Ever since I can remember, I've been a Red Sox fan. I grew up with Red Sox fan. My whole family was Red Sox fans. Everyone in my community was a Red Sox fan. If you didn't know someone, you simply brought up the Red Sox and all of a sudden you were part of the family. When I joined the military, went around the country and around the world, I noticed the other baseball fans weren't this tight, this closely knitted. I realized why this was and how they didn't want to feel the same as Red Sox fans. You know, everyone being part of the community, wherever you went around the country, you met another Red Sox fan, you instantly bonded with them and had something to talk about. So over the years I've tried to make people into Red Sox fans, even though sometimes obviously they didn't want to be. I brought a few on board. So that's my job here today, is to help persuade you and become a Red Sox fan. And I try to do this by giving you a history of the team, telling you about the home field, Fenway Park, and then of course finish up by talking about Red Sox Nation as they're known today, the Red Sox fans. Let me start with the history. The Red Sox were founded in 1901. They were one of the first 8 original American League teams. They went on to win the first modern-day formatted World Series in 1903 against the Pittsburgh Pirates. They got their name Red Sox in 1908. Before that, they were simply known as the Red Stockings. The first game was in their home field at Fenway Park was in 1912. The same year the Titanic sank, and they also won the World Series that year. Kind of tells you a little bit about the history of the Sox, the bad and the good that happens during one year. That kind of signifies the Red Sox throughout their entire history. In 1914, they made a historic signing of Babe Ruth. They went immediately on to win the 1950 and 1916 World Series back-to-back, and then again the 1918 World Series. That was the last World Series to win for a very long time. In the following year, in 1919, December 26th of 1919, they sold Babe Ruth to the rival New York Yankees for $100,000. That started an 86-year drought of not winning the World Series and one of the biggest rivalries in baseball and all the sports, the Red Sox and the Yankees. After they sold Babe Ruth, they went on to lose almost historically after that. From 1925 to 1932, in each of their 162 games, they lost at least 100. They lost World Series in 1946, 67, 75, and 86. All these went 7 games, torturous for Red Sox fans. So in 2004, they turned this all around. They came in second place to the Yankees, of course, in the AL East, but they got a wild card berth, which let them get into the playoffs. They swept the Angels in the division series, and then, of course, after that, they met the New York Yankees in the American League Championship Series. Same old seemed like after that. They lost their first 3 games to the Yankees. They lost the final of those 3 games, 19-8. So even the die-hardest of Red Sox fan lost hope then. But then something miraculous happened. They went on to win 4 straight. The first time in Major League Baseball that this has ever happened. So they won the next 4, beat the Yankees. This was like the World Series win all on its own. But on top of that, they went on to beat the Cardinals in the World Series in 4 games straight. Swept the Cardinals in the World Series, which was kind of payback for the 46 and 67 losses. Some of the historical baseball players that played for the Red Sox over the years were Cy Young and Babe Ruth, 2 of the most famous baseball players ever to play the game. Ted Williams also played for him. He's better known as the last person in Major League Baseball to hit over 400. He did this in 1941 when he hit 405. Also, Kyle Yastrzemski played for the Red Sox for many years. He is the last hitter to win the Triple Crown. He hit 44 home runs, 121 RBIs, and had a batting average of 326 in 1967. The last person to lead in all 3 categories in Major League Baseball. Now we've gone over a little bit of history and some of the players. Let me go into Fenway Park, the home of the Red Sox. It was started construction in 1911 for $650,000. It was finished in 1912. Their first game was on April 12, 1912. As you were, April 12, 1912. So this is its 100th year anniversary. You'll see it on the Red Sox uniforms if you watch one of the games today. It's the oldest stadium currently in use. And on May 15th in 2003, they sold out their 456th consecutive home game. This, of course, was the new Major League record. That consecutive streak is going on till today. It's over 780 games as of today. The The Green Monster, one of the major features of the field, is 37 feet high, the highest wall in all of baseball. They also have a lone red seat out in right field. It marks the longest home run ever hit in Fenway Park. It was a 503-foot home run by Ted Williams. Other sports have also been played there. The now New England Patriots played there in 1963 to 1968. The park itself has hosted over 20 soccer matches, and in 2010 it hosted the NHL Winter Classic, where the Bruins beat the Flyers 2-1 in overtime. Now I've given you a little bit about Fenway Park. Let's finally go into the Red Sox Nation, what I'm trying for you to get you to become part of. It's about unity of community. The official term started in 1986. It was penned by the Boston Globe to describe the closeness of the people within New England. In 2004, you could actually start citizenship into the nation. 2008, they elected a president, a vice president, and 8 governors to represent each of the 6 New England states, and also Florida and Kansas, since they had such a large fan base. As of today, all 50 states have governors, and they also have governors in Alberta and Nova Scotia. So as you can see, no matter where you are in the world, you can still be part of the nation. During this speech, I've gone over the history of the team, Fenway Park, and of course the Red Sox Nation. Now that you know a little bit about the team, where they play, and some of the fans, hopefully you can get some of that passion and join the nation. Hope to see you there.